that sound means that there is a big deal available for you. And yeah, we're obviously going to be using our trikes to get us to and from the set here today. This is a Samsung television, and oh my gosh, we have the 85-inch. I'm realizing I don't need to wear the helmet for this presentation. I could take it off. There we go. Do I have a helmet here? You know what? I'm actually not positive. We may want to put this on just...
You can if you want. I mean,
yeah,
it's
we'll
a good
see.
look for you.
I'll tell you, the helmet was super comfortable.
You never know what could happen.
This is a big deal. That comes to us from Samsung.
Right.
I will tell you that at my house, the only TV that we have, the only brand, is Samsung. My husband is very into gaming. Downstairs, we have a Samsung gaming TV. Upstairs, we have this, but a version that's 5 years older. We have the 85-inch. When I was going around and looking for a TV, I wanted to get the 65, then I caught the 75, then my eye caught the 85. Here was the only thing. This was in the middle of the pandemic. The only and closest one that was available was at a store an hour and a half in Dover, Delaware. So me and my dad took the big SUV, drove down there. Box didn't fit in the car. So what did we do? We had to unbox it. The people at the store said, we're not going to touch it because that means we're liable. That's all on you in case it breaks. So my dad and I took the 85-inch TV, diagonally pushed it into the SUV, tied down the truck, drove an hour and a half listening to the alarm that the door was open because the hatch was, and we did get it home, thankfully without breaking. I'll tell you what, we have free shipping and handling. So what I experienced, you don't need to worry about. In fact, we'll just bring it to your door for you. We'll just do that and give you a 2-year warranty and give you a price that I want you to go ahead and Google and search and see, because I know you're gonna come back. Now here's the thing. We've had a lot of sizes already sell out.
Yes, we have.
We have a 43-inch that's available. We have a 75-inch that's available. That's what you see over by Craig. And
the
then
second one here, yep.
The big one, the Dream 85-inch.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful. This is also available as well. $389 in order to bring home that 43-inch. The price on our 75-inch, I want to say, is $889. Did I get that right? From memory, I think $889, and then $149.89 if you want to bring home that 85. Easy pay available on each one from $78 to $298 if you want to bring that at home. It's $78, $178, or $298, and free shipping and handling. It's E327867. Let's start off though. Why Samsung, and then why this version? Because there's a lot of different versions of TVs.
Sure. So like you said, I'm exactly like you. Every television that I have in my house is a Samsung. There's a reason for that. #1 brand for 19 years. I want you to think across all kinds of different categories, not just electronics, but across all kinds of categories, whether it's cars, whether it's tires, whether it's, soft drinks, whatever it might be. Who sits on top of the mountain for 19 plus years? These guys do in the world of televisions. And the reason for that, it comes down to simplicity. Gorgeous picture. Absolutely gorgeous picture. That's a game changer. This is their new 2025 version, Justin. Has AI built into it, has smart TV capabilities, stream whatever you want to stream. But at the end of the day, you want to watch the biggest screen you can, and you want it to look brilliant. Nobody does it better than Samsung.
I had the amazing opportunity to go to the Samsung booth at the Consumer Electronics Show this past year and got to walk through it with some of the executives from Samsung. And the AI components of their TVs are unlike anything else. What you're going to see in this one is AI with relation to the image that's on here. What that means, artificial intelligence, AI, what does it do? It allows for the TV to automatically fix components of it. So it takes your favorite movie, your favorite TV show, and it's going to go ahead and make it brighter and crisper and overall better without you doing a single thing. You literally need a chip in the TV for that to happen. When you hear us talking about chips and electronics, usually it's like computers or tablets. Well, this has that as well, the latest version, because it is the 2025 that you see here. The technology that's behind this is amazing, but what I love with Samsung is all you need to do is sit back and relax.
Yeah, it's really simple to use. So again, the AI that built in, what it does for you, enhances the color, also converts everything to 4K quality. So this is a 4K ultra high definition screen that we're looking at. There's also additional AI features when it comes to sound, with object tracking sound, so things actually happen where they happen on the screen. That's where you'll hear them. And there's a little AI button on the remote. This is a really cool feature. So whatever show you may be watching, you hit that button right there, and it's gonna pop up and recognize the programs. If you ever watched a show and went, wait a second, I've seen that actor from somewhere else. You hit that AI button, it's going to tell you everybody who's on the screen, what their names are. You can go dive deeper and find out what different shows that they were in. And you're like, oh, yes, they had longer hair and they were the bad guy in that other movie that I saw. All this built into this television set. And by the way, the remote, remember from like 10, 15 years ago when using a remote control, you needed like NASA training to figure it out? This is remarkably easy. Home button right there on the front. And when I spin this remote around, see the solar panel right here? There's no AA or AAA batteries. Solar cell remote recharges itself. You could plug it into a USB-C port if you want, but on a full charge, this remote will last up to 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
On a full charge. You could put it in complete darkness in the drawer, and it's going to be able to work for up to 2 years. And to recharge it with the solar panel, just leave it laying around your house.
Right.
Don't put it on the windowsill. Just put it right there on the couch, and it recharges itself over time.
That's unbelievable that you don't even need to add batteries to it.
There is no battery.
Anymore.
There's no battery to go in there.
There's
nothing to do.
Samsung is constantly innovating. Now, I know as you're looking at this and you're considering that 85-inch, as somebody who went to go to buy a 65 and then upgraded to the 85, if the question that was posed to me was, do you regret it? The answer would be, absolutely not. Not even a little bit. That 85-inch TV truly is a dream. What I will warn you about, if you're not a people person, bringing home the 85-inch TV, that's the only reason I wouldn't.
You're gonna get friends.
Because my house is a rotating door of people inviting themselves over to watch our TV. My brothers, I have at times opened up my door and there they are watching an NBA game. My dad has called me to be like, hey, by the way, when the Eagles are on, just so you know, we're going to be there on Sunday. Like, we're coming over to watch it at your house because everybody wants to see this bigger picture. Even though this TV is 85 inches, it doesn't lose any quality. It just looks amazing.
No.
But as people are looking at this thinking, I don't know, can I make it work? Like, can I bring that 85-inch at home? We actually have a little animation to show you that will help walk through what that's going to take to be able to bring the 85-inch or the 75-inch at home. Can you explain it to us?
Yeah, and the way you measure a television is diagonal. Why do you do that? Because you want to have a big number. That's what the TV guys figured out. So we have all the height and weight, or height and length dimensions on QVC.com, but measuring diagonally gives you a great idea on how big the screen is going to be. Recommended viewing angle, 40 degrees. How do you calculate the proper spot? It's not that difficult, but be honest with this television, it doesn't matter where you sit. It's going to look brilliant. Take the screen size, multiply it by 1.2. That's how far away you should be from your television set. So with a 75, you see right there, 7.5 feet. But even when you're up close, I'm up close to the 85. It looks brilliant. I could be anywhere in the room, low, high, off to the side. It doesn't matter. Everything looks gorgeous on this television. And again, to do those measurements, you can see how skinny the bezel is on these TVs. There's virtually no frame whatsoever. You can see my thumb right alongside the bezel there. This is razor thin. So you measure from this upper right corner down to where you are, Justin, the lower left corner. That's going to be your 85 inches. So if you have a tape measure, you have a 65 right now, put it against your old TV and then extend that out diagonally to 85. That's going to give you an idea of how big this TV is going to be. Whether you get 85, whether you get the 75, which unfortunately is not getting the same love because it's not quite as big, doesn't matter. You're going to get a brilliant TV all the way down to the 43-inch size.
Well, we have 3 sizes that are available for you. This is a big deal. It's an encore presentation, and the good news is we still have some available. Bad news is there's not a lot in each one of our options that we have. We have the 43-inch that's available. And Chunky, do you mind giving me the updates on what we have left there? Yep, that 43-inch, 130 that now remain. In the 75-inch, 46, less than 4 dozen. And then in the 85-inch, oh, I'm nervous, 36, only 3 dozen that remain there. Here's the thing. We have a full hour presentation on this on QVC2 coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. So that's even more opportunity to be able to, for people to pick this up, which means if you think a little bit too long on that, you very easily can miss it. I love the image that you see here to see the difference of the size and how it really helped changes up the room. Look at this 85-inch. Like that there, that fills up that wall space. And what I love about this too is we use it to put pictures up. It's not just watching TV.
You can do that as well, yes.
I had a business before I became a host, and we used to do reviews up on the TV, so we would edit videos and we would put them up here for work with AirPlay that's built in. That's great to be able to put everything up there. We do a New Year's party every single year. Like Nick and I say that's our holiday. We own it with all of our friends. We always make like a little graphic that we put up on the TV just to welcome everybody in. We get super creative with this. And because the technology in here is so good and the screen looks so amazing, it allows for you to be able to have fun beyond just TV. But when it comes to watching TV, is there any free TV that we can watch?
Oh, there's a ton. So I just hit
Great.
the home button on the remote to take you to what this is your home menu, what you're going to be looking at here. There's a lot of cool features as we deep dive into not just the smart TV, but a lot of the other cool components. So we go into the smart TV mode here. If I go over to the left-hand side of the menu, you're going to notice right there where it says home. I'm in the home menu right there. That's all my media streaming. So if you want to stream Netflix or Disney or Apple TV or whatever they're calling the HBO version today, is it Go, Max? I don't know.
Max.
But that's available for you as well. You can also do streaming of gaming. You also have what's called Daily Plus, which does cool things like for your health and well-being and fitness and things like that. There's also art mode for when you turn this television off. You can dive into that as well.
Wow.
So what I like the fact is we're going to go into this home mode here, and for the streaming, again, we talked about Netflix, we talked about, you know, Apple TV, all that fun stuff. How about this one right here, Samsung TV Plus? This is an app that's already loaded on the television. First time you turn it on, and Samsung TV Plus has over 400 live TV channels.
Wow.
Streaming for you. 400 channels, including QVC, including HSN. There's movie categories. There's all kinds of cool stuff that you can deep dive into. There's free movies to stream, free television shows to stream. The options are endless, and none of this costs you a dime whatsoever.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but this will take that signal and upgrade it to basically 4K, right?
Yes,
it uses AI to do that.
That's part of the AI experience. So again, we're looking at a bunch of great stuff here. So for example, of one of the channels that are free,
Wow.
Baseball Classics, the 1988 Tigers rally on Alan Trammell's walk-off grand slam. Well, when Alan Trammell was playing baseball in Detroit, we didn't have high def. We didn't have 4K, but this TV is smart enough to boost that old content up to 4K quality. So that's what's really cool about this television and that processor inside. Doesn't matter what you're watching, everything gets boosted up to that 4K content.
That's unbelievable. Like, can you imagine maybe watching your wedding video on here again? That was from 1989. And all of a sudden now it's boosted up in this technology. It really is amazing. This is the reason why you purchase a Samsung. This is the reason why you go with the latest version here with the 2025. It is the Q7F. That is the version that we are talking about. You have three size choices here. The 43-inch is $389.98 or an easy pay of $78. That's what you see right there. To bring home a Samsung of any size is unbelievable because all the features that we're talking about, it's exactly the same with every single size. It's just a matter of how much room and how big is the screen gonna be. The 75-inch, that is a dream TV for sure. It's $889.98 and an easy pay of $178. But if you wanna go for the biggest one that we have, the one that I have at my house, we're talking about $298 a month for the next 5 months, $1489.98 in order to bring that at home. I'm also looking at that price and I'm thinking about the one that I had that when 2020, 5 years ago when I got mine, mine was double the price that we have here today. Now, do I regret it? No, it's the best TV I've ever purchased. And here's the other thing. I've never had an issue with it in the 5 years that I've had it. Now, we give you a 2-year warranty with this. We give you free shipping and handling. There's a couple of things that when you're purchasing them, no matter what it is, you just, rule of thumb should be you never go to the store for. A TV, you always come here to QVC because we're giving it to you on these interest-free easy payments. We're also shipping it directly to you. You don't need to worry about how you get that 85-inch, or I'm gonna move over to the 75-inch so we can take a look at that one too.
Sure, go ahead and do it.
The 75-inch, really isn't that big of a difference between the two of them.
No.
And either one you go with, the box is gonna be big.
Yes, and by the way, this is massive.
Yeah, this is huge.
It doesn't look quite as big next to the 85, but this is massive. And another really cool feature that Samsung is doing with this Q7F model, you'll notice here on the 75, Justin, you see where the feet are located?
Yeah.
So you get a pair of feet. We actually set these up to be in the center of where the television is. The reason is sometimes you have a smaller piece of furniture than the big TV is going to allow. Oh. Now with the 2 feet here in the center, you could easily set this up on a smaller piece of furniture. Follow me here to the 85.
Wow.
And instead of putting the 2 feet in the center, we put the feet on the outside. So you have the flexibility of where do you want to have this television. So a lot of times people think like, gosh, I really want to get the big screen TV, but I don't have a big enough piece of furniture. Because you can move these feet in towards the middle or spread them out and give yourself a wider base, it's going to work for the furniture that you have and you're still going to be able to get a great television.
This television, when you bring it at home, it really changes the way that you watch TV. I mean, truly, you're going to find that you're going to be, making those